Oh, look. It's the cop.
Looking for something, Hunt?
Right to work!
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuse.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during...
Anything else, Detective? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he...
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? 50.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? No. And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else? 50.
In the cabin, you see a...
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? Yeah? What? Anything else you want?
You see a heavy... The door does not. The old cobalt paint. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one.
Everything's still cool.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Police business. I understand.
Yes, what is it? Yes? No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization.
In his defense, it was simply lying.
Okay, but still. Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over.
Here! I found it! Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done! I've got it! I found the location of the anomaly! I found the coordinates!
She's beaming. Great job.
Thank you! There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the...
Figure it out? No. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating in this task.
Thanks.
It's awfully silent. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Each chalk, it moves like a ghost. This task is an insult to your mental skills. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sent time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah. Nothing. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little... I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... Maybe.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's...
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant, and then nothing happens. As you can hear some small animal cross. She doesn't talk. Her eyes...
Damn it! Yeah, nothing happened. Let's move.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. But this is just another thing. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear it.
This can't be it. You should have a listen. All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse, but there's something there has to be. When was the last time?
Well, did you hear anything? Yeah. No, I don't...
The lieutenant looks down at them. Maybe the speed freaks can help you with this. Go talk with Andre. Shaggy.
So you talked to my associates, right? Shoot. Oh, that.
She's less prone to blurt it out.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know. And then, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just hung there like that.
Like a crab, you say?
You saw him? Good, so you believe me. You should go tell this to Andre. He'll know what I did, and I'm sorry.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk...
Indeed. She merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Sorry. I just don't...
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? What kind of a hitch?
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what? We got speakers.
They've got one speaker. One. Uno.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast her shoot. Goodbye.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? Great, thanks.
Still nothing. Sauna isn't even looking at you this time. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month, with a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on Indeed? They look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not. And the document will be all you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everart's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its...
Yes, for sending mail.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft about a week's worth of mail, as probably did the right thing. You can't try.
All right, let's go back to Everart. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Mr. Dubois, every worker is a god, right? What can I do for you today? The Golden Boy returns once my friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything.
See? Well done, sire. By God, you don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. Why a war of...
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking,
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in revolution, the more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercy. Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still... We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads...
the word fuck rings like a gunshot from his...
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance. Tits from her arsehole.
Actually, no.
Because we're friends, Harry. It's already happening. No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from every...
He really doesn't know. A guy, huh?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was...
He really doesn't.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done. An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry...
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building. Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for detail.
Unstable is good, actually. She will be easier to disarm. No, wait. Actually...
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for...
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace...
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be...
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100%. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities. The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk, we're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes... But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share.
He's basically admitting to it.
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers...
Understood.
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry. You don't get sidetracked. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez. Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight. Harry, the future I have in store for Martinez will have all the match.
Oh yeah, skull and bones. Skull and bones on a Revacholian flag. The
We're way past specific union members now. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth. 2,307.
2,307. And they're all well motivated. At least the ones...
Great, Harry, great. I think this has been so great.
For the cargo container. It's drawer, and as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. No reply. The knock produced. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers you.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? They're sort of...
Is he? Come on. He's just trying to.
Why not? Must be nice being something...
An old East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
I can see it. I can tell you who we're not.
Which is not to say that
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual. These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
the skulls are the most vicious...
Besmatine, or the Besmat.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal...
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock. Or you can find them...
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom light's a wretched aggressive.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper...
Yeah, a true artist of the future.
By the way, if you see Cindy...
For all their nihilistic posturing, the lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence. But I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you...
Hey, there's no need for that.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some... We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet, because we can be just as psycho and...
But in a non-threatening and...
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be...
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned.
Apart from the unions themselves.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And the word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place. Also, you've got to admit, what I mean by this is...
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least...
Like I said before, many men keep saying...
I'm wondering if the...
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times. And even then, it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though, you get more fish because...
Hate to admit it, but in a way, is it a coincidence that...
Yes? What is? What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, Detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace seems about right, especially considering your heroic...
That's an origin story.
So are we done here? Or... You don't need us around...
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly...
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged...
Yeah.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey! Stop right there!
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. I feel so...
Exactly. How can one No
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter? So what do you think we know?
Don't tell him that. Skull.
You already said she's a skull. The last I saw her, she was hanging around the old apartment building near the pier.
Just don't tell her you heard it from Piss and Fuck, alright?
All right, we have a lead on the gloves. These guys aren't scary. You're not scary.
Why?
And what kind of...
The lieutenant notices your agitation and opens.
Okay, we get it. You look like...
You didn't say that.
It's shit.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle...
It's true. Wow. I did not see...
Fuck that. You're not getting mine.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
No. He's like... You know what, cop? Fuck you.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket and...
I'm not wearing that jacket. I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all. The need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become...
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Huh? I'm not your janitor, cop.
If he says it's there, it's there.
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like I'm gonna enjoy the sun.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window. The key is brass. Workshop spare is...
Come on, man. We were just...
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Didn't even know it was there. No, you didn't.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before the...
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop.
It's worth a try.
Your secret root theory? A little wisdom from old Titus. Not...
It's said without aggression.
Don't thank me.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, you see a heavy... The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort. The darkness before you. Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, Inspired. The theme of the game is to explore. The peak of the mountain is at areas around the playfield represents Gordon indeed. Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but go,
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy the kind of a guy who uses the word an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids. But you seem to be having fun.
All these mesmerizing machines feels like it might jump back to
some kind of inane pinball theme.
Deora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era. The Lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
No, I love it.
He doesn't.
No. You can't.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they Kim, Pinball, Kitzer. Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remember. Wonderful. He only remembers. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill, and a child like... It is... I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me, a long time ago. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for... End of story. That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a...
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our...
This small elevator is dimly lit by smells of nougat and sweat. The maintenance card under the control panel.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century. If some form of time travel becomes possible in the future, I doubt its inventors will use it to repair elevators in Martinez. Seems like a small freight elevator for transport.
There are large rectangular buttons. A small steel plaque reads, Halter 8. So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to. The lieutenant looks around, the dusty, crowded.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball...
A creek.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the halls.
But then, it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to... He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of it.
Stupid superstition. You clearly see footprints in the...
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole...
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof. This prince, officer, could be the prince of our kill.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is... One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Between that and that. The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me, or some kind of foreign print. Hard to...
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensational. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely...
You lean closer to the peephole, instinctively. This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Master investigator, you just can't keep yourself away. Nothing. You're right. Attaboy, the world's secrets.